Welcome everyone to the show. My name is James Anthony from the James Anthony Report. This is the James Anthony Report podcast. The video we have posted at jamesanthonyreport.com is perhaps the most important video I've ever done. This frightening video is called Plan A, the Pentagon's chilling war plans, and shows about a 4-minute long video created by Princeton researchers that is based upon the Pentagon's own war plans. As you're all aware, war simulations like this are nothing new, but what makes this unique, and one that you should check out, is that we're already in a world war. Just waiting for the mainstream media to catch up. More than likely, that'll be the second that Trump steps back into the White House. But the other unique aspect of this nuclear simulation that's presented in the video is that it's based off of a 60-page document that was published on the JCOS website back in 2019. Of course, that was quickly taken down, but articles reporting on the details still exist. And these are details that seem to implicate the government has been prepping this war, some 5 years in the making, as the video specifically shows a nuclear conflict between the United States and Russia. Now, the researchers claim the video is based off of real force postures, targets, and include fatality estimates. The first chapter, if you call it that, includes a nuclear warning shot. It begins as a conventional war in hopes of halting a US NATO expansion. Russia then launches a nuke from Kaliningrad, and NATO responds with a single tactical nuclear airstrike. As you'll see when you head over to jamesanthonyreport.com and check out this video, in just over 3 hours, the immediate death toll is over 2.5 million people, coming after what the government calls a tactical plan. Counterforce and counter-value plans all follow, while the death toll increases to numbers that are beyond Holocaust levels. Now, with the North Atlantic Treaty, specifically Article 5 from 1949, stating that an attack on one or more NATO countries is to be considered an attack on all member countries, what's the pretext for what is seemingly inevitable at this point? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. However, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg admitted that the war against Ukraine wasn't declared by the Russians in February of 2022, but instead began in 2014, with the US coup d'etat of President Viktor Yanukovych. Yanukovych, of course, was blamed for the chaos and was ousted with the sentencing of treason and 13 years in prison. Whatever the case, the resulting World War III being thrust upon us, as admitted by Stoltenberg, was put in motion some 10 years ago, and should not be viewed within the context of a Trump presidency alone. And perhaps the video simulation exercise is an attempt to show just how devastating the Barack Obama presidency was, and not just to us, but to the entire planet. 9 countries together possess more than 14,000 nukes, ones that are far more powerful than the ones dropped on Japan in World War II. So while the Pentagon's plans, the Princeton video that I show in the report, is called Plan A, where is Plan B, or what is Plan B? Because what the sim shows isn't sustainable, and would in fact be planetary suicide. What's interesting here is that in an interview with the Washington Compost last year, Stoltenberg, at the same time maintaining the notion that Ukraine has a right to choose its own path concerning NATO membership, not only admits that the war didn't start in 2022, In fact, it probably goes back a century to World War I, but that's for another time. But he admits that Russia has been avoiding the Article 5 direct conflict threshold by attacking undersea structures and making it difficult to pin down exactly who did what, when, and where. But with all the talk about Russian election interference, and really not just here, but around the globe, it seems this could be the pretext to kick off a nuclear exchange, with cooler heads not prevailing. It should be noted too that the term World War I and World War II automatically implies the future existence of a World War III. But we have our celebrity scandal diversions, and the mainstream only giving us bits and pieces here and there of half-truths and outright lies. But don't take what's coming from me. The video is called Plan A and comes from Princeton and is again based off your government's own war game plans. That's all the time we have. Thanks for listening. Hope you check out the report, give the James Anthony Report a follow, and support our sponsors over at jamesanthonyreport.com. Talk soon.
Go to jamesanthonyreport.com or click the link in the description to support our sponsors. James Anthony Report was made possible by garbage-ass people like you. Thank you.